Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of corporate mumbo jumbo. Today we are diving into a report from Hillenbrand Inc. And let me tell you, it is not as thrilling as a roller coaster, but definitely has a few twists and turns. In short, this report is about their annual shareholder meeting where important decisions were made, like electing board members and voting on executive pay. We are going to break down what happened and what it could mean for the future of the company. This report is dated February of 2025, so it is about decisions that have already been made. The company we are talking about today is Hillenbrand Inc., a company based out of Indiana. The type of stock we are talking about today is common stock traded with the ticker symbol HI on the New York Stock Exchange. Now let us jump into the main event, what happened at the shareholder meeting. On February 18th of 2025, Hillenbrand held its annual meeting where shareholders like you and me got to vote on important issues. There were three main things up for a vote. First, electing members to the board of directors. Second, a vote on the compensation, which is a fancy way of saying pay for the top executives. And third, choosing the company's accounting firm for the year. Let us start with the election of directors, basically the people who oversee the company's strategy. Shareholders voted on 4 people to serve on the board until 2028. These board members make important decisions about the direction of the company, so it is important to pick the right people. The 4 people voted on were Gary Koller, Joy Greenway, Joseph Lower, and Dennis Pullen. Gary Koller received about 58.9 million votes in favor, with about 957,000 votes withheld. Joy Greenway got around 57.6 million votes for her, with about 2.2 million votes withheld. Joseph Lower got around 59.7 million votes for him, with around 166,000 votes withheld. Finally, Dennis Pullen received about 59.1 million votes in favor, with about 728,000 votes withheld. All of them got overwhelmingly voted into their director positions. What does this mean? Well, it shows shareholders are generally happy with the current board and their leadership. These folks will be sticking around for a while to help guide the company. Next up, we have the Say on Pay vote. This is where shareholders get to give their opinion on how much the top executives are being paid. It is like a report card on the company's compensation practices. The vote is non-binding, meaning the board does not have to change anything based on the outcome, but it is a good way to gauge shareholder sentiment. In this case, the shareholders overwhelmingly approved the executive pay packages. About 58.9 million votes were in favor, with around 916,000 against and about 56,000 abstaining, which means they did not vote either way. That is a 98.46% approval rating, which is pretty high. So, what does this tell us? It suggests that shareholders are generally satisfied with how the company is compensating its top leaders. Maybe they think the executives are doing a good job, or maybe they just do not want to rock the boat. Lastly, there was a vote to ratify, basically approve, the appointment of Ernst & Young LLP as the company's independent accounting firm for the year. Think of this as hiring a referee to make sure the company's financial statements are fair and accurate. Again, the vote was overwhelmingly in favor, with about 65.5 million votes for, around 159,000 against, and about 18,000 abstaining. That is a 99.75% approval rating. Why is this important? Well, it shows that shareholders trust Ernst & Young to do a good job auditing the company's books. It also means the company is following standard procedures for financial oversight. Now that we have dissected this corporate report, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. What does all of this mean for Hillenbrand? Based on the shareholder votes, it seems like there is a general sense of stability and satisfaction within the company. The board members were re-elected with strong support, the executive pay was approved, and the accounting firm was ratified without much opposition. This suggests that investors are confident in the company's leadership and direction. However, it is important to remember that shareholder sentiment is just one piece of the puzzle. There are other factors to consider when evaluating a company's prospects, such as its financial performance, competitive landscape, and overall industry trends. From what I can see, Hillenbrand appears to be in a decent position. The company has a solid track record, but it is not without its challenges. I would say that their weaknesses lie in some increased debt levels and a tough economy. Looking ahead, I believe Hillenbrand has the potential for modest growth. A reasonable target price range for the stock would be between $55 and $65, based on current market conditions. Overall, I would lean towards a neutral to slightly bullish outlook on Hillenbrand. While there are some risks to be aware of, the company's solid foundation and positive shareholder sentiment suggest it is well positioned for continued success. Thanks for tuning in to Corporate Decoder. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please subscribe and hit the like button. And as always, do your own research before making any investment decisions.